Hi, my name is Ben Herring. I chose to review the Steve Jobs documentary titled $1 Billion Hippie. The documentary is on the life of Steve Jobs and the impact he had on the computer industry. I thought the documentary was well done and it really showed how Steve Jobs lived his life and his values. For example, his famous quote, "Stay hungry, stay foolish," for when he gave a commencement speech to the graduating class at Stanford University. That quote basically described his life and how he always did what he believed and did not look back. Also, how he let his younger, simple, hippie lifestyle affect the design of the Apple products when he was older. The documentary also showed the evolution of Apple products from their first computer to the iPad we have today. I would recommend that everybody watch this documentary because it shows how Steve Jobs changed the computer industry throughout his life. From starting a company that worked out of a garage, turning it into $1 million company, to being fired from Apple and starting another company that would eventually be bought by Apple. Also, if you're into computers, this documentary gives you a good idea how he got the computers we have today. Even if you're not into computers, I would recommend that you watch it because Steve Jobs had a big impact on a lot of industries throughout his life. He even had an impact on how we purchase music today. The information in the documentary was presented in a way that kept you glued to your screen and made you want to know more. Since most of the people interviewed are high-up professionals in Apple, the information they gave is correct. Even though some of them that were interviewed in this documentary might have been a little bit biased about how good Apple products are compared to other computers because they helped create them. One thing I would have changed about this documentary is to add the name and position of new people when they're interviewed, so you know who everyone is and what they did right away. This would have helped because you're not distracted trying to find out who the person is and not listening to what they're saying. I also thought that the music they chose was a little distracting because I felt it did not match what the narrator was saying most of the time. Other than the distracting music and lack of name and position of interviewed people, I thought the documentary was really well put together and flowed nicely throughout the life of Steve Jobs. It showed how he lived his life his own way, not anyone else's, and how much of an impact he had on what we can do with computers today.